Good morning slash afternoon, and welcome back to the Lex E. Rojas vlog. I'm your host, Lex E. Rojas, aka Dakota Wilmer, aka Dakota Wolf. And I'm here to say a lot of things. Mostly my vlog is for talking about my week, but how can you exist in this world without seeing what's going on in it? So first off, I'd like to say, why the hell is it considered controversial to ask people to stop murdering children? Just putting that out there. Miss Rachel should not be getting any flack from anyone. She just wants babies to live. Alright? Children deserve to grow up. Anyway, last week, Saturday, I was all set to do a live stream in which I did a screencast, and you guys got to see like a video that I had spent 2 weeks compiling, full of lovely footage from my vacation to Wisconsin. Well, it wasn't so much a vacation as checking up on my mom because she had this nasty fall in December, and broke her foot as well as her opposing elbow, so it was really difficult for her to like recover from. But somehow by the time I got back there, she was already walking without the like boot thing that they made her put her foot in, and without a walker. To be fair, it was against medical advisement, AMA. And but like I was there for a couple days by the time the doctor said that it was okay for her to do that. So, you know, so Saturday evening I tried to like show you guys this lovely footage and stuff while doing a live stream, because I thought it would be a nice little format hack, since they don't let me do green screen anymore. They stopped doing that for some reason. So since YouTube canceled the green screen effect, I thought this would be a good way to kind of get around that. But it turns out my internet connection was so shitty that it would not allow me to do this. I tried twice. Eventually I just gave up, and then on Sunday I ended up publishing the episode 7 in and of itself without being able to go live and screencast it to you, which would have honestly brought more views to it, because I always get more views when I'm doing a live stream versus when I actually put so much effort into a video. So if you want to support me by going and checking out the previous episode from last week, really appreciate it. Shivam Mishra asks, where are you from? I am in the United States, specifically New York City, specifically the borough of Brooklyn. Not gonna get as specific as the neighborhood. Hope you understand. Anyone who lives in this neighborhood might even be able to tell just from the side of this building. That'd be crazy though. I always do that. Like, I'll watch people's videos and stuff, and I'll be like, I know where that is. And it's like, I don't know if I really know where that is, but it looks so familiar to me, and I'm like, I feel like I've been there. Alvin Kaderia says, I have aura. Well, the fact is, all of us have aura, because aura is just your electromagnetic field that you give off. Alright? So everybody has aura. Yes, you probably do have a lot. We all are run on electricity. We have electric impulses going through our brains, and we all have electromagnetic fields around our body. So whether or not people can see that has been up for a debate for a long time. A lot of what... So if you've heard of visual static, that's something that doctors say that you have if you see like little dots of color that look like static in a TV. Now, people who believe in indigo children and psychics and spiritual things like that believe that that's seeing aura. Now, I'm one of these people who have what's called visual static, or as my mom would say, I see auras. Now, do I know for sure that I'm seeing auras? Do I know for sure that visual static is the real explanation and something's wrong with my eyes? I mean, something is wrong with my eyes. I have an astigmatism. They're oddly shaped. So, at the end of the day, if I'm seeing auras, that's pretty darn cool, because that's like a new spectrum of light that not all humans can see, and I think that's awesome. And I figure, why not? Why couldn't our eyes evolve enough to see more of the light spectrum when birds can see like 27 more different whatever on the light spectrum than we can? Why couldn't our eyes evolve to see more on the light spectrum? I can't discount whether or not I'm seeing aura, or whether it's actually just visual static and it's a problem with my vision. Because, I mean, when I wear contacts, it makes it harder to see what people might say is aura. And I don't know. When I wear glasses, I can still pretty much see the quote-unquote visual static. So who knows? Who knows what I'm seeing? Someone asked, what is your age? I am a millennial. I am at the end of the millennial scale, right before it turned into Gen Z. So, 1994. So I'm 31 and a half. I'll be 32 in June. Shivam Mishra said, you know Trump uncle. No, I'm not sure if Trump's uncle actually immigrated to this country. I don't know how many uncles he has. I know nothing about that. I know he comes from German stock, which is unfortunate, because I wish I didn't have to claim the same ethnicity as that fucking fascist piece of shit. I don't even know if he's purposely being a fascist or if he's just being manipulated by the people around him because his ego is so... He's just so ego-driven. It's so easy to manipulate him into doing things if you compliment him. Like, he's an idiot. Anyway, LOL, you were glasses. Slow down. I've never been glasses in my life, Alex Fralin. I have never been glasses. So, you know. Anyway. I think what you mean to say is I wear glasses, but you wrote W-E-R-E, which could be wear as in human, the German word meaning human, but it's not wear as in W-E-A-R, like wearing glasses, which I think is what you meant to say, Alex. But in English, that's were. So, I have nothing to do with my life. Fell, said question mark. Sorry, if you look at the chat right above your comment, it says you were glasses, slow down. So I just was... That was about me debating whether visual static is an actual problem with your eyes or if it's people seeing aura. So that's where that came from. And because I have an astigmatism and I wear glasses, I think Alex was trying to say that aura can't possibly be real because I wear glasses, so that's proof that it's just visual static. Anyway. I don't understand why we don't believe that the human eye could evolve enough to see extra light on the light spectrum, extra colors on the light spectrum, the way that birds see more on the light spectrum than we do. I don't know. Yeah, lots of us wear glasses. Like, what's the difference? Anyway. I mean, why is it so important for people to disprove aura? You know what I mean? Like, what do you gain by disproving it? And there's not that much to gain by proving it either, you know? It's like, there's bigger issues in the world than whether or not people are actually seeing other people's electromagnetic fields or not. Like, anyway. So back, I got way off track. Thanks, chat. I actually really love engaging with the chat, but I also like to get the whole week out there on the live while I'm going live. So Monday, I have a list here. So Monday, I got some writing done on the train on my way to work, and I also posted a callback to when I played the Were-Ghoul with Were Creature Videos, because the Were-Ghoul, I think her name was Natalia. I wasn't told my character's name. I literally had to read it off the description because, like, I don't know. He, like, made it up after the fact instead of just, you know, coming up with it beforehand. Anyway, so I posted a picture of myself as the Were-Ghoul. Just like a little sticker of it at the bottom of the times for the eclipse, because when I played the Were-Ghoul turns into a ghoul when the moon is eclipsed. Or actually, I think it was a solar eclipse that caused the Were-Ghoul to turn, now that I think about it. Oops. Anyway, I used that as the... Anyway, so the real Were-Ghoul to look out for is going to be in August when we have the solar eclipse. Anyway. So, but Tuesday morning was the lunar eclipse, a blood moon, I think also known as a wormwood moon or something. And like, I'm really excited about this because, well, I love the moon and I love astronomy, but also because we just had an eclipse, right? And at the end of the month, we're gonna have another full moon, right? So we had we had a full lunar eclipse during a full moon, right? And then we're gonna have a second full moon at the end of the month, which will be a blue moon, which is amazing because I actually once wrote a song about, it's called Blue Moon, right? And should I sing it for you? Oh my god. Okay, so it was a long time ago that I wrote it, and it was before I even had a love life. Like, I was in middle school when I wrote this song. And it's a little bit country feeling, but I'm gonna sing it for you. Alright? I'm not afraid to embarrass myself. That was trained out of me when I went to AMDA. Shout out. Maybe once in a blue moon you could do something for me. Maybe once in the blue moon I could get something for free. And, oh, De Silva said, how old are you now? So I actually just answered that question like a few minutes ago, but I'm 31 and a half. I'll be 32 in June. I'm really not afraid to say my age, although they say you're not supposed to broadcast your age as an actor because it might affect how the casting directors see you. But I mean, how my face looks is how my face looks. If you think I look young enough for a part, great. If you think I look old enough for a part, great. I haven't even been auditioning for stuff this year anyway. I've been focusing on my writing. But yeah, that was my Blue Moon song. Blue Moon was also my favorite ice cream as a kid. So like, it's all fun. It's all stuff. Tuesday I also got some writing done, yay. But by that time I was getting kind of sick, and I even had a low-grade fever the other day. So that night I decided that the next day I was going to call out of work and go to urgent care. So Wednesday I went to urgent care, and they prescribed me a cough medicine that my insurance wouldn't cover, so I just bought over the counter a different one that was cheaper, like half the price. And then they also refilled my inhaler and the albuterol for the nebulizer, which is nice of them. And they gave me something for nausea because that's one of the symptoms I was experiencing. I have nothing to do with my life says I look 20. Oh, that's so sweet of you. I actually, all right. I appreciate that. I don't feel like I look 20, but like sometimes I feel like I look young, and then sometimes I feel like I look hella old, like not hella old, but like my age, you know. I have nothing to do with my life says gotta go, I'll join back. Well, I really appreciate the support. I love interacting with the chat. Apparently I don't love pronunciation, pronouncing my words. But yeah, so Wednesday I tried to do a lot of self-care. I tried to, just rest and like take care of myself because, I was sick. I'm still a little bit sick, honestly. I'm getting over it. Hopefully I'm not spreading germs because I'm at the laundromat doing laundry again. I'm like always doing laundry when I talk to you guys. Stuff's in the dryer right now. It's honestly the only time I have free time is when I go to the laundromat, actually. Anyway, so I started editing the Basic Bitch Cooking episode 2 on Wednesday since I was not at work and I was supposed to be resting, but I can't rest because my brain's always going. So at least I was sort of relaxing my body. And that'll be ready soon, and hopefully I'll post it in the next couple of days. If you haven't seen the first one, check that out. I'll put a link for it in the description, as well as for my previous episode. I feel like I should just do that from now on. Put a link for the episode before so you guys can watch. Dalton Nip 4313 said hi. Thursday, I had to take another sick day because the doctor recommended I stay out of work until Monday. I skipped over the fact that on Wednesday they also sent me for an x-ray because they were a little concerned, and I was a little concerned that it might be like, because I don't know if you remember, at the end of January, I had walking pneumonia, and they were worried, and I was worried. We were all just trying to check. That truck was loud. We were all just trying to, check all the boxes, dot our I's, cross our T's, and make sure that it wasn't like complications from walking pneumonia. So they sent me for an x-ray because they never did that when I had the walking pneumonia in the first place. So I'm going to get the results from that as well as the nasal swab that they took. I'm going to get those results today. Actually, in like an hour and a half, I have my appointment. Dalton Nip asked, do you have any kids? Yes, I have 2 beautiful daughters. And they are wonderful and kind and very intelligent. And my 2-year-old is actually so articulate, it's scary. Yeah. And today I've just been doing laundry and I'm going to get the results like I said, and I'm obviously going live right now. And then later I'm going to take my kids to see to a family movie night, semi near my older daughter's school. And then I don't really have any plans for the evening after that, because originally we were supposed to have another production meeting for the upcoming comedic web series, and nope. It got canceled because both our fearless leader and his the main writing partner. Dalton Nip asked if I would let my children flip him off for a competition he's doing with his friend. You can do it. I can do it with them. I mean, maybe. I'm gonna think about it. Can you hit me up on like Instagram for that? My Instagram is lex.e.rojas. So if you just go over there and send me a message, then I will, I'll probably, by the time I see your message, I will have an answer for you, whether or not I'm going to let them actually flip you off on video. Again, that's at lex.e.rojas on Instagram. And I'll put a link for that in the description too, I guess. So yeah, I'm contemplating it. I feel like, why not? But I also am thinking about why not. So, I'll get back to you, Dalton. Please actually hit me up and we'll talk about this. This is an intriguing prospect. Where was I? Yeah, I'm gonna go back in the laundromat because I think my stuff's probably done in the dryer, or at least almost done. But again, thank you guys for watching, liking, subscribing, share with your friends. Make sure to hit that bell icon if you want to keep seeing content from me, so it doesn't get lost in the nether, in the void. And I really appreciate all the support. Absolutely 100%. I'll also link you to my Patreon. I almost never link my Patreon anymore. But again, thank you all so much. And remember to lead with empathy. Bye.